Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is having a great day. So we're going to go ahead and continue with our collective reads. This will be for all signs, which means it may or may not resonate with you in your personal situation. If it does, take what resonates. If it does not, leave the rest for those that it applies in their personal situation. Collective, I wanted to come back and get some more energy for you because I was feeling there's a lot more going on behind the scenes. It's dealing with somebody, place the energy as it resonates from whoever this is. Somebody has a very false sense of loyalty that they expected from you as they were trying to attack you and trying to do all things to vilify you. You chucked the deuces and they got mad at you about it. Y'all, let's dive into the energy. I'm getting all of it is at the core of their rooted beliefs that are all skewed. All right, collective. They want to be able to do what they want to do, have their cake and eat it too. All right, collective. We're going to dive in with some more decks to clarify. But off the bat, I got antisocial in the reverse, and now they're sipping. Okay, collective. This, I feel, is your energy with this antisocial in reverse. You're not antisocial. I heard you're anti-BS. Okay, collective. You're not down with the BS. So somebody tried to started gossiping about you because you wanted to walk away from the BS. You ain't got time for that energy. I'm hearing a player energy. You ain't got time for games. You're an adult over here. All right, collective. Antisocial is in the reverse. You're not in your feelings. You're not getting or receiving the silent treatment, and you're not left out. It's something about standing on the principles, dealing with somebody who has no principles, has no morals, literally wanted to play a game with you to outcast you and thought you were supposed to be okay with it. Like that was really cool, and they got offended that you weren't collective. Now they're out here gossiping, collective. They're out here starting rumors, gossiping and being nosy because you are being protected by Archangel Michael. Told you. They need to stop. They don't realize that you're spiritually protected. And this is not even like something small. Like somebody really was trying to get you involved in I'm hearing something really dirty and messy that was really going to do you in. Like somebody's trying to set you up to take you out, collective. I'm getting that very, very clear. I'm hearing a makeup to breakup situation. Somebody wanted to get you involved in a partnership just to go ahead and cut it off and end it. And then be like, I got you back. That's what I'm getting. You're being spiritually protected about it. That's why this energy of antisocial, you're not antisocial, you're anti-BS. So you can pick up on the BS. You see what I'm saying, collective? Yeah, this talks about your protection, prevented from harm, divine intervention. Because your intuition was picking up on they were trying to set you up to end you or trying to cause endings in your life because they're salty, bitter, petty, and angry. The narcissist is exposed here, collective. Somebody wanted you endlessly, suffering in silence. That's in reverse. Whatever this person was, this was a setup from the jump. Your intuition picked up on it, and they got mad that your intuition was intuitioning. All right, collective? That's their problem. I'm telling you, there's a warped sense of control that the narcissist has. Somebody who's got a big old ego that's extremely fragile. You tap it like that, and you're just like, no, I don't have to deal with your games. You're like, no, you gotta die. I'm serious, collective. It's not funny, but this person is now actually suffering in silence because you're not. Is literally a return to sender. They're now experiencing unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. I feel like because you're not suffering in silence, you're speaking out about the abuse, the heinous crimes that they committed. This person really wants to I heard attack you and being really nasty to you. If this person could get a message to you, they probably would, and it would be rude. It would be the salty energy that they got. Whatever, collective, keep them on block. You ain't got to listen to this person's crap. Because they're paranoid, they're cautious, and they're insecure and guarded because now they can't run away from what they've done. There's too much proof. I'm hearing something is happening in the spirit world, and it's happening online too. There's so much proof about what they've done to you. They can't escape it, they can't deny it, and they cannot put up any excuses. Collective, let's dive into this energy. We got to get the urban truth about this because a lot of people swear they got a lot of things to say about you. It says heart over logic. Emotions override reason. You know the truth, but ignore it. Your heart keeps trying anyway. This is in reverse for you, collective, because you stopped that jump. Okay, collective? When somebody's being nasty to you, look, man, if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. I'm hearing you made a head over heart decision. This is definitely giving me emotional intelligence right off the bat. Okay, collective? They started gossiping about it. Why did they start talking about it? All right, collective? It says new skills activated. You're learning fast. Your talents are expanding, and this growth changes everything. You see how that flipped out? I feel like somebody thinks you change on them. You got a new activation. This is definitely giving me spiritual elevation, right, collective? Definitely with this energy. When people think that, oh, well, you too good for the friend group, or, oh, you acting brand new. No, collective. Like I said, the download, I heard you're not antisocial, you're anti-BS. So when you're anti-BS, people think, oh, you brand new now. You better than us. Look, collector, the reality is they were trying to play you from the jump and they got mad that they can't play the game anymore. Look, collector, I cannot make it up. Social mask literally came out here. Someone hides motives behind politeness. Mask slips under pressure. Truth reveals through expression. Y'all remember the reading that I uploaded a little bit earlier ago? We had the energy of the Queen of Swords reverse come out with literally the Ten of Cups reverse energy come out. As soon as you talk about what the situation was that you exposed and you saw very clearly through, you made a head over heart decision, they immediately got triggered. They immediately got mad. They immediately start being angry, and they got triggered because you weren't supposed to figure that out. That's your new skill being activated, and they're all mad at you and they're gossiping. What else is going on, collective? Says they miss you. Someone is thinking about you deeply. Memories replay vividly. Their heart hasn't moved on. This is not a romantic situation. These are people who literally, I heard the setup was on from day one. And sometimes, oh, collective, there's an ex of yours that is involved. An ex of yours set up a new partnership, a new romantic partnership. They got a new relationship, however it resonates. Something was set up from day one. This was like all right, we need to be friends. Hey, this is my new boo, whatever. Something was set up from day one. Probably for a lot of you, it was before day one, before you even knew about this other new partnership that they got. What else is coming out here? We got take your power back, and you did. Someone drained your strength. You're reclaiming what's yours. Your confidence rises again. Yeah, this is somebody who wanted you to like sit there like a duck while they just do whatever you wanted to do. Collector, they can't because they're caught in 4K. Ow! There they go. The narcissist is exposed. They set this up from day one. Someone's actions are exposed. Evidence speaks aloud. Truth arrives instantly. Yep, when it comes to this energy of why they wanted you in this energy of being antisocial, right? But when it comes to that, there's something about they don't want you talking about something. I'm telling you, it's like immediate anger, immediate trigger. As soon as you start talking about something, that's your confirmation. Like you're on the right track. Collective, whatever's going on here, this is definitely giving me like you're like leveling up in some way. Something good is about to happen. Take the message, collective. I'm telling you, I'm getting this for you. Signs have been appearing everywhere. Synchronicities guide you forward. Don't ignore what's repeating. I'm literally giving you the download that just came out of my mouth when this card flipped out. You are seeing signs, synchronicities, angel numbers. I'm hearing in succession. So in succession, like repeat angel numbers in succession. This is talking about a fake friend alert. Whoever this particular partner was, the one that's all agitated that you literally called them out on their BS and they wanted you not to talk about something, that was a fake friend, all right, collective? You were onto something. Someone smiles but doesn't truly support you. Jealousy hides behind kindness. Their real energy is starting to show. And they can't take it back, I heard. Let's get some more energy. This is the truth. Oh, this is why this under the sipping energy, this person is upset because it's the audacity. Now they're saying that you have the audacity to question them. How dare you question their motives and their intentions? It's loud and clear. Who wouldn't question it? You know what I'm saying, collective? This is weird. This is some type of false reality of loyalty. I'm trying to tell you. False loyalty talks about backstage talk. It's in the reverse. It says conversations about you happen when you're not in the room. Multiple voices blend into one story. Someone is spreading narratives. Of course it is. It's in the reverse because you already know what time it is. You already know they're gossiping about you. Y'all, I heard a fake sense of superiority. Yes, collective. We are definitely talking about people who think they're better than you and they get mad when they realize that you're onto their game because you no longer carry rose-colored glasses. This came out in the reverse, y'all. This is talking about it. They're upset and they're gossiping about you because you're protected against the rose-colored glasses. You only see the good parts. Red flags blend into the background. Fantasy mixes with reality. No more, Jack. You already said no. I'm not antisocial. I'm anti-BS, and it's got them in their feelings. Let's dive into their emotions about this. Heavily emotional intelligence is coming in this energy. You're being protected. There is a reason why. When y'all ever get that feeling just to be like, something's not right, trust it. Okay, collective? The ancestors, the spirit guides, and the Most High God has got you surrounded on all sides because they saw what you might have not have been in the room to see. All right, collective? There's somebody who is, I heard they're picking up on your protection. Like they're aware of how protected you are and it's freaking them out. I just heard that. Because they were like poking fun and laughing at it. Now they see it's like true. They can't like deny what they see and with their own two eyes. We got drinking, toxic lifestyle. Y'all, this is somebody who's bitter, salty because of their bitter, toxic lifestyle. Somebody might be drinking. I just kind of downloaded somebody like watching something online, social media, they're drinking. And like, this is like the gossip, right? Why do they sit around watching like things on the internet and like trying to talk about you? Collective, their wish didn't get granted. That's why. I feel like it's somebody who really wants to be somebody who said that they were it. You see what I'm saying, collective? Somebody like told people that they are it, they do this and blah, blah, blah. And this is the false reality that people will live by because they said so with their toxic lifestyle. This, y'all, I'm also getting, I heard third party relationship. Okay. So if this is a romantic partnership, this is a third party toxic lifestyle. You might have met them while you were drinking. You might have been out. Oh, okay. Y'all, might be triggering for somebody. If you are somebody who just went out with somebody for a romantic date, right? And a third party showed up, that was supposed to be one, a trafficking situation, or like a three-way situation, and be like in a poly relationship. It's something to like involve you in a sexual relationship without your knowledge, or a possible sex trafficking situation. You might have went out with this person. It's not for everybody. I just got that download. The wish did not get granted. You were saved from something, collective. Don't question it. Do not question it. Especially if I'm hearing something was repeating. Y'all remember in the y'all, literally shocking news. I'm trying to tell you, the downloads, y'all. If y'all were saved from some third party relationship that just popped up out of nowhere, that was the shocking news. Whatever it was, you were being prevented from harm. All right, collective, I'm trying to tell you what is going on here. These are people who really don't think that people be seeing behind the mask of what they be doing. And it happens every day. And it's so sad. All right, let's go ahead and get some more. Why are they so salty? Especially with the collective. They're freaked out by your protection. They're in their emotions about it. Ghosted. Because you ghosted them. That's why. Off and on, hot and cold, detached. You ghosted them. All right, collective. I feel like this is somebody... okay, I heard they wanted to ghost you first. So yes, this is a toxic lifestyle. I'm going to put this in the reverse because they're salty and they're mad because they wanted to do it to you first. And Archangel Michael said, no, not you. Okay, collective, yeah. This is what's going on. The person I'm picking up on is a masculine. I heard that they're a trooper. This person might be military. Whoever this is ashamed of their actions because they got exposed. But this is somebody, I heard they hunt online. Somebody like targets people, guilt, embarrassed, in the wrong. Somebody targets people online. Y'all be careful out here with online dating. This is a predator. All right, collective. I don't care how this resonates. This could be somebody in your family. Y'all, this is somebody stalking your spiritual gifts. Whoever this person is, I heard they know you on a spiritual level, but this person doesn't. That's why they're watching online. This person might be addicted to tarot. They might be into like astrology or like horoscopes or whatever, but this person is not spiritually connected. You are, and it's freaking them out about how protected you are. They're wondering, how do you keep getting out of things? Especially things that are like meant to like take you out and take you down. How do you know? It's freaking them out because you're not playing about who you are, collective. It says losing sleep, worried, replaying events, thinking about you. This is somebody who thought that they had everything under control. That's the world that they live in. I'm getting a vision about a radio, distortion, turning up the news. Like they're trying to drown out like the truth. Whoever this, that's what they use, gossip to drown out the truth. So yeah, this person talks a lot. They might talk fast. They may talk to a lot of people. They may have surrounded themselves with a bunch of people. They don't want to be with their thoughts because if they are, they're going to be drowning in their guilt and shame. Y'all look at this energy flying out here. What else we got here? We got Psycho. Y'all, this is literally the same card that we came out with the last reading. We got Psycho and we got Queen Bee that's coming out in the reverse again. Whoever this particular person is, I'm hearing I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. Collective, ain't got nothing to worry about. This person's going to go sit down on a bench somewhere and cool off. That Psycho energy ain't going to touch you. All right, collective, let's get another one. Why are they so in their emotions about the collective? This is happening online. This is talking about your spiritual gifts. Why are you so gifted? Why do you know these things about people? Because they set foot in something they ain't got no business to do with them. All right, collective? These people are meddling in your life and they're getting triggered by it. Literally the definition of a psycho, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different income. They're literally driving themselves crazy. Y'all have just heard it's a backfire of a love spell. They shouldn't have done it. Now they're getting karma, drama, endings lost, mental breakdown. This is whoever this particular ex is, karma. They got somebody that's going to drive them up the wall now because they were so obsessed with you. You broke a love spell. You're not involved in any type of like false sense of like bonding or trauma bonding or whatever this particular person was trying to do. And that's why they're all triggered. Now somebody's doing it to them. That's their karma. Oh, well, collective. Yeah, the narcissist is exposed. They were hiding a lot. Let's see what else they were hiding. Because I feel like a lot of this energy is driven by what they wanted to control other people. They need to check themselves. This person needs to control themselves because there is no control in this particular person. Tantric sex comes out again. All right, collective, this is definitely some type of a sexual partnership. This is the second time we've got this. So this is definitely somebody's reading. All right, collective, somebody was about to get set up for the okie doke dealing with some type of tantric sex. They already had tantric sex and they wanted to trade energies with you with the psycho who's a queen reverse. Nah, collective, they need to check themselves. Hold on. I heard they were going to use her and throw her away anyway. Damn. What is this? This is some nasty stuff we're picking up here. Be glad that you're being protected from this because somebody has anger management issues. I'm trying to tell you, whoever this narcissist is mad that this plane got like foiled. It wasn't going to work anyway. The energy that I'm feeling with the suffering and silence reverse, they really like want to like get back at you. They're mad. I told you anger management is because they're salty. If they were to talk to you, they would say something nasty to you. All right, collective. But you got them on block because you don't want to hear nothing this person's got to say to you. You already got away from them in the first place. Total drama is coming out in the reverse. This person wants to bring you drama and it's in the reverse because that junk is blocked. That's why they're mad. This is somebody who's in complete chaos. This person lives in chaos. I heard they're at home there. They're at home in chaos. What else is going on? Keep getting a room coming out, collective. There is somebody who is, I heard there is somebody in a room next to you. So we might be talking about neighbors, all right, collective. Somebody in close proximity. If this resonates in a job, this is somebody who sits next to you in a room next to you. However that energy resonates, all right, collective. It says hotel, motel, suite, business, pleasure. Somebody mixes business with pleasure, definitely money, sex, and control. I'm hearing it's a high for them. This is a weird energy, and I heard they thought you were in it too, collective, but you're not. Literally, divorce, breaking contract. You're not involved in this. I feel like this person's more angry than anything because it was like, I need to turn you to my side. And I got that download in my previous reading. They wanted you on their side. So a lot of this like going back and forth, they didn't want you to be all goody two shoes because I'm hearing that from their energy because they think you're goody two shoes. They got offended because they think you're too good for them. Well, you are, collective, right? Collective. But the energy that I'm getting for somebody, they wanted to turn you dark. So you could be on their side. But if that's the case, the download that I just got, they were going to use this fake queen like competing with you and throw her away too. They were going to do the same thing to you, collective. This person just likes to control people for their own fun. It's not even like a real person. It's like a cartoon character at this point. You can like turn off the TV and turn off this person's life. You know what I'm saying, collective? What else is going on? Red lipstick stains in reverse. Like I said, you are not a part of this energy. I heard if it's up, it's stuck. Okay, collective. That's how this person moves. You're setting the record straight. You ain't involved in this tantric sex, like third party poly, sex trafficking energy. Even if this has to do with business or whatever, you are not involved in corrupt businesses. You're not anti-social. You're anti-BS, and that's why you're being protected. All right, collective. I heard you're meant for something more. That's why you're tired of the drama. You're meant for something more. Elevate your mind, collective. Something is coming for you, and it's something to do with your spiritual wealth. I'm hearing. This is definitely spiritual. They're attacking your spiritual gifts because you have spiritual wealth. What else is going on? Something about a private relationship. Somebody might want to keep you private. We don't do no deal relationships over here. Let me get another one. Somebody's hiding something about a private relationship, about your spiritual wealth. What else is going on here? Yeah, y'all, we got sex shop. Y'all, there's too much sexual energy. Y'all, we just moved out of full moon in Scorpio. So that Scorpionic energy does have a lot to do with sex and money. Somebody is overly sexually charged about watching you. Y'all, so much energy is hidden. Like, this is some weird stuff. It literally says keeping a promise. They promised somebody that they would do something to you and they got mad that it's not happening. Not your problem. Let's go ahead and find out what's the messy truth about this person. Now they're paranoid. Then they made a bet. They made a deal that they can do something. They got mad that they can't do it. What else is the messy truth about here? Why are they so paranoid? I heard I got caught. What did I heard? I got caught. It says you always come back. False hope, door left open, familiar pain. I got caught with this back and forth. I told y'all in my previous reading, there is a paper trail about what they have done. Stalking. I'm getting called to talk about stalking. There is evidence of how they have accessed your personal information. I'm literally looking at like a tracker on your car. I mean, this doesn't resonate for everybody and I don't want to be an alarmist, but they are looking at your movements in different ways, and there is a way to track it. Nobody else could know but them, and nobody else can get the information but by a certain way. So it's like, you're an idiot. You got caught by doing the thing that you didn't think that you're going to get caught by. That's why they're paranoid. That's why they're saying you always come back, because they always had an access point to you. And you see what I'm saying, collective? This person is completely cuckoo. We got unsent messages, what was never said, holding back, trapped in an erase. They can't deny this. They can't escape it. There's somebody who did not tell you this person who literally wanted to convert you to their side, the dark side. It was never going to happen anyway. This person, I heard, tricked themselves into thinking that they were in love with you. This is not love. It's control. All right, collective. Literally, you're my drug. What did I just say? It's not love, it's psychosis, it's manipulation to get you to do what they do by coercion. It ain't gonna happen that way. Craving, highs, crashes, emotional addiction. That is an unhealthy, unstable person who cannot get out of the stuck, chaotic life that they live. And they thought you were too much of a goody two shoes, so they wanted to punish you because you were not them, collective. That's why they're blocked AF. Okay, collective, you know somebody that's not safe when you see it. Ghosted, shut out, silent treatment. You ain't got nothing to say to this person. Even if they reach out to you, you ain't got nothing to say. Are harboring resentment for no good reason. They think you're harboring resentment for no good reason because when it comes to this particular energy, nothing adds up. Inconsistency, suspicion, gut knows. I don't care if this person is trying to justify it to themselves and others. There was no good reason why they did what they did. Nothing added up. It was too much inconsistency. It says never really over. This person thinks they own you, I'm hearing. Lingering energy, soul tie, no closure. This person did not want it to end with you. That's a weirdo, y'all. Even including the fact that they got somebody else in their life. They want to have their cake and eat it too. This is some weirdo energy, y'all. What is going on? I'm okay. I'm picking up on somebody who's like a sex worker. All right, collective. So much sex energy. There's somebody who's a sex worker that is coming out in this energy that doesn't apply to everybody, but I'm getting it in the downloads. It says back and forth, emotional yo-yo, on and off confusion. I'm also getting somebody who cannot have sexual gratification unless it's somebody. It's like a no strings thing. That's what they like. Oh. This is so annoying, collective. I see why you blocked this person. This is like, whatever. All right, collective, that's you. It ain't me. I gotta go. All right, collective, this wasn't love. I can't make it up, collective. It was not love. Fantasy crash, truth exposed, done hoping. Y'all, we see what time it is with this particular energy. I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to your energy because they talking about you, collective. They always talk. They talk about Jesus. All right, collective. Let's see what they're talking about because what they're talking about is why they can't continue to do this thing to you and they got mad. Something about you're getting a paycheck. All right, collective. It says consequences returning, karma cycle, what goes around, time to settle accounts. Somebody needs to settle accounts with you instead of running their mouth about you. They're mad that they couldn't get away with the okie doke. Somebody might have been trying to take your paycheck, trying to gaslight you, and it did not work. It says reality distortion, emotional manipulation, questioning sanity, you're imagining things. Somebody wanted you to think that you're imagining things about your paycheck. You're like, hell no, I'm not imagining things. All right, collective, this is what it is. This is what you did, and you did it on purpose. You know what I'm saying, collective? Whoever it is an energy vampire. Draining connections, toxic influence, protect your energy, time to cut cords because you are self-made. You already know what time it is. It says independent success, overcoming odds, creating your own path built from nothing. And again, collective, going back to the download that I heard earlier, they wanted to do it first because it was set up from day one, whether it's a job, relationship, or partnership or whatever, because their intentions were foul from the jump. You knew it, you called it out. So you're not anti-social, you're anti-BS. They're mad because you picked up on what the plan was. Oh, collective, you saw they had a poker face. Hiding true feelings, impossible to read, emotionally detached, you'll never know. I heard someone that was involved in it had a poker face, but you spotted them out too. Let's go ahead and get some more energy about the gossip about you, and we'll go ahead and round this out. Collective, you are an overnight success. That's exactly why they're mad at you. Oh, you're successful at a business. You do something on your own. You got out of this mess on your own. You're spiritually protected. They're gossiping. All they're doing is gossiping about what they did, the fact that it did not work, and you are overnight success because you saw it from the jump. All right? Rapid rise, sudden recognition, unexpected breakthrough, all eyes on me. All right? You know what I'm saying, collective? That's on Tupac, okay? That's going to go ahead and do it for this particular reading. If you do like this content, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until the next time, bye-bye.